It's so close to my heart and touching every bottle of wine. I know that my mom's, my uncle's positive vibes are there, and this is very close and precious to me. And I know that when I say a real wine, I mean it.
Welcome to Modo di Bere, the podcast about local drinks and local sayings. I'm your host, Rose Thomas Bannister. I've popped out to my Brooklyn fire escape to announce this month's sponsor, Culture Without Borders Language Collective. You might remember hearing from CWB co-founder Lindsay Speer, who did a two-part episode in season 1. If you've been meaning to improve your Spanish, CWB has a free opportunity for you, and I'll tell you more about it later in the episode. Today, I'm extremely pleased to be talking about wines from the country of Georgia with the family behind the company Georgian Royal Wines. So I have here with me in New York, Irma, and her mother and uncle, Ineza and Tamas, are joining us remotely from the Kakheti region of Georgia. So each of these family members will be answering different questions, and Irma will be translating for Ineza and Tamas. Before we begin, I want to let all of our listeners know that this is a listener-supported podcast. So please go to patreon.com/Modo di Bere and sign up to become a supporter now so that we can keep doing these cool shows. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for hosting us. It's a pleasure and honor to be here, kind of ambassador between the Georgian Royal Wine and my family here in New York. It's going to be great.
Let's have each of you introduce yourselves and explain your role in the winery.
Ineza და Karalashvili ვარ 84 წლის და მუშაობ 1965 წლიდან.
My name is Ineza Karalashvili. I am 84 and working for the wine for more than 60 years now. And at GRW, I am overseeing the physical and chemical analysis of wine, ensuring its quality and compliance with standards.
Great. Thank you, Ineza. Now let's hear from Tamas.
Rezo Karalashvili.
So my name is Tamaz Karalashvili. I work in the winery since 1966 and as a winemaker, technologist, and he has a title of the first grade technician. So he's doing everything like from the very first step of harvesting and producing wine, making sure that it has a compliant with the requirements and control and taste and aroma and everything.
And Irma, what's your role in the winery as you're living here in the United States?
So actually, I don't do wine. I am just trying and making sure that it's popularized and people in the U.S. taste a real wine, because it's not just a wine, because it's so close to my heart and touching every bottle of wine. I know that my mom's, my uncle's positive vibes are there, and this is very close and precious to me. And I know that when I say a real wine, I mean it. So I just want American people to drink a real wine, not just wine.
What makes Georgian wine so special?
First of all, the quality and its chemical and physical descriptions that makes it different from the other wines. Georgian wines can easily compete French and Italian wines. The difference is only in the price. Unfortunately, Georgian wines are cheaper than Italian and French wines, but the quality is never less than Italian and French wines. And can I mention technology?
განსაკუთრებული ღირსება ქართულ ღვინოებს აქვს, რომ დაყენებულია
What
თიხის
makes Georgian
სულკეში,
wines
ჩვეულებში.
different from the other country wines is that Georgian wines are fermented and kept in the huge vessel, which is called kvevri in Georgian, and this kvevri is buried in the ground, and it gives a special tannins to wine, and makes absolutely different from the other country wines.
Why is the company called Royal?
ვაწარმოებთ ერთ-ერთ მაღალხარისხოვან ღვინოს და დავარქვით საერთო
So the name Karalashvili belonged to high rank, and the ancestors also belonged to this higher rank, and these wines deserve to be called Georgian Royal Wines, and our family had their own heraldic symbol, which is located on the bottle as well. And as I remember in my childhood, we have a huge picture on the wall and this heraldic symbol of our family.
Ineza, how did you get started making wine 60 years ago?
როგორც ქიმიკოსები რომ
Yeah, as soon as I graduated from the institute, at age of 24, 25-ish, Inessa started working in a winery as a chemist, wine chemist, and was responsible for wine quality. Since then, she never left this profession, and together with her brother, they are working together for more than about 65 years now. Yeah, they're making wine together. Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is for Tamas. I would love to know more about the Kakheti region where your winery is located.
ჩვენი ქარხანა მდებარეობს ქალაქ ყვარლის რეგიონში.
Kakheti region is eastern part of Georgia, well known with winemaker region of Georgia, and the winery is located on the left bank of the river Drugi. So this is a great location for wine, for grapes to grow, and Kvareli has some varieties that are growing on that region, and the only place that can call wine Kinsmarauli is Kvareli, because Kinsmarauli is the microzone. It's not the name of the grapes, it's name of the microzone, and this microzone is well known with its microelements, which is unique. And Saperavi grown in microzone territory is very tasty, is full of high sugar, and wine made by Saperavi is unique from Georgia. And apart from Saperavi, we grow Katsiteli, Zinandali, and so many other varieties.
Okay, so I understand that your company has grown and now you're a pretty big company there in Kakheti, which is wonderful. Congratulations. I understand that winemaking is a part of life for many Georgian families, even on a tiny scale. I recorded another interview with a Georgian scholar who told me a story about someone digging a hole in his small garage to bury a kvevri. So maybe would you please tell me some of the ways that your family members in the past have engaged in winemaking and the wine trade over the generations?
ჩემი წინაპრები, მამა ჩემის მამა და დედა ჩემის მამა
So actually, my ancestors, my mother's and father's side, both started many years ago making wine and selling wine, and they belong to the higher rank. It was called merchant of the first guild. So a merchant of the first guild was a title in the Russian Empire granted to prominent and wealthy business people who met specific qualifications. This rank came with special privilege and responsibilities. They were responsible on the quality, and their privilege was exemption from military service, permission to own large businesses, but at the same time they pay the higher taxes and they maintain the quality of the wine in the country. So my great ancestors, Tamas and Ineza's grandparents, belonged to these first gold merchants. After them, Tamas and Ineza's parents had home cellar in their home, like for their home usage, and was trying different methods and technologies, which is Kakhetian style technology and European. And later on, Tamaz's son, Revaz, my cousin, Rezo Karalashvili, created and established this huge company, and more family members joined the company. Kate Karalashvili, who manages the company, and Rezo is selling, advertising, and Ineza is responsible of the control, and Tamas is the main person, the winemaker. So every single person is involved in this family business, and
That's lovely. That's so lovely. Spanish learners needed. Culture Without Borders Language Collective believes the best way to learn language is through friendship. If you've been wishing you had real people to practice your Spanish with, CWB is looking for more English-speaking Spanish learners to join their monthly language exchange. These online meetups are completely free for participants. Visit cwbcollective.com and subscribe to their newsletter to get the dates for next month's exchange. That's cwbcollective.com. I'll put the link on the screen or in the notes. Ineza, I hear that you have worked as a chemist and now you're working in the science of the winery. I want to learn more about you and your life as a scientist.
for many years, since from the first day when she joined the winery, she has a special addiction and dedication and taking care as her own child. So she got requalification 5 times, and she has trained tens of generation students. And wine making, and a part of the wine she makes unique Georgian brandy. It's called cognac. Like cognac. Yeah, it's brandy, Georgian brandy. It's very like a velvet flavor and very popular in our city of Quarelli, and not only Quarelli. And a part of this, she's crazy about flowers, plants. She has tons of plants, and I have no idea when is she finding time to take care of her plants. And she's cooking. She reads a lot. She cooks amazing cakes. And I remember in my childhood when somebody said, "Oh, you are Ineza's daughter. Oh, you must be a master in cooking," because Ineza was a well-known cook. And again, she is gardening. In every season, she has each type of like a greens. All her neighborhood is using by greens grown in Ineza's garden. Yeah, and again, she's at the top of every news in show business. She knows everything. So again, I am asking when you sleep, mommy, because she's working from 8 to 10 hours a day. She reads, she's still cooking, and as an addition, I've really never ever seen and heard any relationship between the siblings like they have. She, at age 84, she still is asking, "Did you get a breakfast? Did you get lunch?" She's bringing lunch for her brother and cooks for her and asking, "You feel good?" So they're coming all their life together. This is so special and so cute, them caring to each other.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, that's great. To let them respond, to say that you just explained to me what a sweet long-term relationship they've had with each other as brother and sister, working together all their lives. And maybe you could just see if they want to respond to that.
თამაზი და ინეზა, ეხლა მე მოვუყევი როუს თომას თქვენი ურთიერთობის შესახებ. როგორი
გამომდინარე რომ ჩვენ ერთ ქარხანაში მუშაობთ, ერთ საქმეს ვაწარმოებთ.
So there's just 2 years of difference in their age, and when Ineza started working, Tamas rejoined him a bit later, and two specialists, we are filling each other professionally and teaching each other, because anytime when it comes to my mom's work, Tamas knows, and vice versa. So yeah, they are trying to support each other, to help each other professionally, or as a professionally, or as siblings, and they respect and value and appreciate each other, their experience, just trying to support each other as much as they can, and they are feeling each other's experience.
I love to learn about ways of giving toasts and saying cheers from around the world, and I have heard that Georgia has an elaborate toasting ritual, so I'd love to know more about that.
საქართველოში სადღეგრძელოები არის მრავალნაირი.
So Tamada, who is a leader of the Supra feast, is a special person. Doesn't matter whether it is a small or big event, every Supra has its tamada, its leader, toast maker, and its kind of organizer. And there is a special person who must be chosen as a tamada. Not everyone can serve as a tamada, because tamada must have qualities like they must be very smart, must speak well, sense of humor, some organizational skills, and they have to orchestrate the table. As for the toasts, Georgians say "gaumarjos," which means, let's say, if we want to say to Rose Thomas, we should say "gaumarjos, Rose Thomas." "Gagimarjos," it's toast to you. So there is a special order of saying toast in Georgia, starting from the toast to God, thanking for this day that we are together, healthy. Then one of the most first toast in Georgia is for the peace, which is very important for Georgian people after so many wars during the centuries. Peace is having very specific sense and importance. And then they go to toast to parents, children, siblings, young generation, people who passed away, and friends, and so on. For Georgians, drinking wine is not the method of getting drunk. For Georgians, it's a process of getting pleasure and communication, relationships, and singing is also inseparable part of the Georgian Supra, because we are well known with our folklore and polyphonic songs. So yeah, when it comes to Supra, everybody knows that Tamada actually is leading. Tamada is giving you permission and giving guidelines when to sing, when to say some poetry, and yeah, it's kind of a leader. So Georgian Supra, it's kind of party with its beginning, then cultural part and ending, and everybody must be happy, having great time, drunk a little bit, and yeah, full of joy and happiness. That's
this.
what Georgian Supra is.
I want to go to one now. That sounds wonderful.
You should definitely do.
Yeah. Tamas and Ineza, I read that you are also making kosher wines there in the Kakheti. I would love to hear that story.
So Georgian people and Jewish people has a tradition of friendship for many, many years and centuries, and that makes us when it comes to when Jewish partners offered to make kosher wines in our winery, we are more than happy to do so. And technological part is done by Jewish people, and we're producing not only and we're producing like a dry wines and different varieties of wines, which are done actually again by the Jewish workers.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tamas and Ineza, for coming on the show. I'm really happy to meet you. It's really a pleasure. I hope to come one day and visit your winery. I just want to know if there's anything else that you would like people to know about your wines and your family.
საქართველოში ღვინის კულტია ყოველთვის იყო და არის.
Thank you so
ღვინით
much for your time, for having us
აღინიშნებოდა
here, and for your
ახალდაბადებული
smile and so cordial meeting. Yeah, wine is so important for Georgia, and that's why our ancestors said that wine for a newborn baby, mother's milk is like a wine, and for elderly, wine is like a mother's milk, as beneficial as mother milk.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Is that a saying?
Yeah, there's a
Ah.
saying, and another, like, we have plenty of sayings, and as Georgia is winemaker country, so we have a lot of sayings. If you want to
Yeah.
note this
Oh, you have
one.
some more for us. Cool.
Yeah, so they
that's
would say
great.
like a wine makes a dumb man speak, and wise man makes dumb.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Could you pronounce it in Georgian?
yeah. So ღვინო მუნს ალაპარაკებს და ბრძენს დაამუნჯებსო. Another saying is in Georgian, კარგი კაცი, მთვრალი კაცი. A drunk man, a good man.
I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So, and another one is more people drown in wine than in the water. Like, უფრო მეტი ღვინოში დამრჩალა ვიდრე წყალშია.
That's hilarious. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Oh, thank you so much. It was wonderful to meet you too. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. And thank you for all your support and all your work and for everything the whole family does to make these beautiful wines. It's
And thank
wonderful
you
to have you.
for being your daughter and niece. It's a real honor for me to be the part of the family.
აი მეგეთქვით რა, აი როგორ არის. ახალდაბადებულებისთვის დედის რძე ღვინოა. და მოხუცებულებისთვის ღვინო იგივე დედის რძე არის.
Thank you so much for having us today, and we indeed look forward to having you in Georgia in our winery and to let you taste our wines and host you in our families. Thank you again. It was an incredible experience for us. And again, wine means so much for Georgian people that, yeah, it's our life is full of wine, and it's not just the wine. So it's a passion, dedication to every drop of wine.
See you in Georgia. Support us on Patreon. Grab the newsletter at mododibere.com and subscribe to the YouTube channel at Modo di Bere to watch the travel show, Modo di Bere TV. Music for the show was composed by Ercilia Prosperi for the band Oh. Purchase their music at the link in the notes.